All right, Padres pregame thoughts. Padres and the Rays. Yu Darvish on the mound for the Padres. Shane McClanahan on the mound for the Tampa Bay Rays. Shane McClanahan, he doesn't walk a lot of guys. He's one of the best pitchers in baseball, one of the best pitchers in the American League. He's the Tampa Bay Rays ace. So it's going to be tough for the Padres. Last night they were able to have some early success, but that was off of not Shane McClanahan. Someone that's Logan Allen, someone that's we've never heard of, because it wasn't the Padres Logan Allen, it was some other random Logan Allen. So this is a much probably tougher pitching matchup for the Padres tonight. We'll see what the offense can do. I feel like this is going to be a lot on the shoulders of Yu Darvish tonight. We're going to be questioning if Darvish can't have a good start tonight, or even if he does and the Padres just lose the game. It's a tough pitcher's duel. We're going to be sitting there if the Padres lose. Man, what if Darvish would have pitched the series finale against Cleveland? Go for that sweep because you knew that the Padres were facing McClanahan the next day. Could have had Weathers pitch today instead of having him pitch yesterday. I understood the decision, and we should probably be judging the decision based on how it was, or what the thinking was before the results happened, right? It's easy to look back on it. Oh man, that decision sucked. But for the decision, when we are looking back on it, it's not going to look good if Darvish isn't able to put together a good start, or if just the Padres lose, because they could have probably guaranteed themselves the win yesterday. You score 6 runs in a game. If Darvish was on the mound, I think they would have been able to win that game, but it was Weathers. Could have guaranteed that win, but now they could go 0-2 in these 2 games, and who knows what that'll mean in the standings at the end of the year. But today with Darvish, I'm hoping for a quality start. Now the Rays, they're a better lineup than the Guardians are. The Guardians, they're a team that doesn't strike out very much, but they don't have the power that the Tampa Bay Rays do. They don't have the run output that the Rays do, obviously. So it's just like it's a tougher matchup for the Padres lineup tonight, it's probably going to be a tougher matchup for Darvish tonight compared to what he would have faced if he would have started yesterday. My Underdog Fantasy pick for today, I'm going to go Juan Soto. I know I said McClanahan doesn't walk very many guys, but Soto walks all the time, so I'm just going to go higher on the half a walk there. There were some roster moves today. There was a lot of guys that pitched out of the bullpen last night, so Nabil Crismatt, he came up. Kerr, he came up. Unfortunately, Tom Cosgrove dealing with a hammy issue, so he's on the IL. He was pitching really good, and he's a better lefty option than Kerr is. But Kerr takes that role now. Maybe not pitching in high leverage situations because he hasn't earned it at the big league level, but he's the last guy in the bullpen, and then Nabil Crismatt, he got saved by the Cosgrove move. I know I just said that Kerr is replacing Cosgrove because it's a lefty-lefty, but if Cosgrove did not get hurt, I feel like Nabil would have been designated for assignment because they had to make that move today. They had to make that decision. But Weathers went down. That created a spot for Kerr because we figured that Weathers was going to be sent down to give the Padres that extra bullpen spot. But then when Cosgrove went on the IL, that allowed the Padres not to have to DFA Crismatt. And maybe Crismatt shows that he deserves to be here, and he won't be DFA'd when Cosgrove comes back, and it'll be someone else because Kerr's going to go back down when Lugo gets activated. So someone will have to go down when Cosgrove comes up, obviously. So that's down the line, though. We'll see what happens there. We'll see if Crismatt gets in the game today. Maybe he will, right out of the gate. Maybe Kerr does because, again, a lot of the bullpen was used last night. But the good news is Hader's available. I think Wilson should be available. Tim Hill. I don't think those guys pitched last night. Everyone else did, but you can pitch back-to-back days. You just don't want to pitch all those guys back-to-back days because you're not going to pitch those guys again a third day in a row, right? And who knows what the heck happens on Sunday. So hopefully Darvish, can limit the relievers that have to be used tonight. Lineup-wise, Gary Sanchez, he's back in there starting, and he's starting behind the plate for Darvish, catching him. So, yeah, that just further says, Gary, he is the starting catcher. It's not Austin Nola. Austin Nola's the bench warmer. He is the guy that, hey, we'll start you once a week because we have to. That's just the situation that they're in right now. So it should be a fun game, interesting game. Padres and the Rays, a superstar team with the Padres, and the best team in baseball with the Rays. Post-game reaction after the game.